William Ruto has delivered an evening bad news to Gen Zs. Gen Zs were expected to hold some demonstrations tomorrow, Thursday, but William Ruto, through the acting IG of police, has this evening said this: Office of the Inspector General, National Police Service, press release. Planned public demonstrations by Kenyan youth on July 18, 2024. Since the public demonstrations by Kenyan youth Gen Z began in June this year, our country has experienced enormous losses. People have been injured, lives lost, property and businesses destroyed, and livelihoods lost. Criminals have continued to infiltrate the protesting groups, resulting in a troubling trend of disorderly and destructive conduct. While the Constitution under Article 37 provides for the right, peaceably and unarmed, to assemble, to picket, to demonstrate, and to present petitions to public authorities, the Constitution equally provides for the critical role that the National Police Service plays in the national security of our country. In keeping with our constitutional role and in the interest of national security, we wish to inform the public that we have credible intelligence that organized criminals are planning to take advantage of the ongoing protest to execute their attacks, including looting. Acting on this information and in accordance with international security standards for public assemblies, which require a designated leader to coordinate, collaborate, and cooperate with police for peaceful demonstrations, the lack of designated leadership in previous demonstrations has made it difficult to enforce safety protocols. As a result, no demonstrations will be permitted in the National Central Business District and its surroundings until further notice to ensure public safety. We therefore appeal to all members of the public to remain vigilant in crowded areas and to support our collective safety and security by sharing any information that may aid the police in crime detection and prevention. As a service, we wish to reiterate our commitment to partner with members of public and media to keep our country safe, secure for all of us. May God bless you, fellow Kenyans, and may God bless our country. Douglas Kanja Kirocho, AG Inspector General, National Police Service, July 17, 2024, ends. So that's William Ruto's evening message to Gen Zs, that he has outlawed demonstrations until further notice. And one of the reasons the acting Inspector General of Police is giving is that they have got some intelligence that goons have planned to infiltrate the protests. And they're also saying that Gen Zs don't have a leader who they can engage with. Those are the two main reasons they are giving as to why they are outlawing those protests. But even before we dig deep, the protests were outlawed anyway. We were seeing Gen Zs being arrested, being killed, being tear gassed. So all along, these protests were outlawed. There is nothing different here. And this will not stop Kenyans from demonstrating. Kenyans will still demonstrate because that's a right not given to them by Ruto, by the police, or not by the army. The Constitution gives Kenyans that right to assemble, to picket, to demonstrate. William Ruto cannot deny Kenyans those rights. So this press release by the acting general inspector just confirms how clueless William Ruto's team is. We thought Kome was the problem. This one, Kanya, is now coming out as being very clueless indeed. At least Kome, we were not hearing from him since this demonstration started. But now this one has come out. He wants to be seen now. I still maintain and I believe the problem is Ruto, not even this one being used to make this press release. The problem is Ruto. It's clear the police service is being controlled from somewhere, and the person issuing those directives is none other than William Ruto. So Ruto is the problem. And this is now why I'm fully convinced than ever before that William Ruto must go. He's the problem, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, the cabinet, the principal secretaries, the CEOs, the main problem is Ruto. As much as he has also appointed incompetent individuals, he is the biggest problem. This will not stop Kenyans from going to the streets. Kenyans will still take to the streets. It's important for William Ruto to know that. And William Ruto should also be reminded that an idea whose time is ripe, not even the strongest of armies can stop that idea. Revolution is ripe in Kenya. Kenyans are hungry. You can't silence a hungry soul. The soul will still make noise. A hungry soul can't be silenced. Kenyans are hungry while William Ruto is eating his food. So this press release, in my honest opinion, is just a by the way. Protests will still be held with or without government's approval. And that's a right the Constitution has given us. Kenya Kwanza cannot turn around to pretend that they're ruling as per the law. No. In fact, we have seen Kenyans being kidnapped. There is no way in our constitution where the police or the government is allowed to kidnap people. We are seeing Kenyans being kidnapped on a daily basis. We are seeing some being killed and being dumped in some dams, some dam site somewhere. So this is a rogue government trying to impose its rogue policies onto the people. As I conclude, this also goes on to confirm that William Ruto does not have advisors. Or if he has advisors, he's not listening to them. He's not listening to them. This is another big mistake by William Ruto. The only thing that will save William Ruto is for him to resign. If he can't resign, then let him do what Kenyans are asking of him to do. Kenyans want to see him sweeping his entire government clean. We want to see him starting afresh. But then again, even if he starts afresh, we already know is the problem. As long as he still remains the president, the problems will just continue. So if only you project it, William Ruto will be summoned by ICC. The situation is only but going to worsen as time goes by. There are still protests coming. William Ruto will eventually be summoned by ICC. And this is why I've also been maintaining the gods have conspired to destroy Ruto. He's destined for destruction. He's blind, is not seeing. He's deaf, he's not listening. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.